Millions are hitting the roads and taking to the skies this holiday travel season, but all that travel does have an impact on the planet. Travel and tourism account for nearly 8% of greenhouse gas emissions, and that's according to a study published in Nature Climate Change. ABC's chief climate correspondent Ginger Zee explains how you can be a thoughtful traveler and reduce your own carbon footprint.
Whether it's by plane, train, or car, millions of folks are going to be traveling away from home this holiday season. But no matter how you travel, those miles mean more greenhouse gas emissions. Electric vehicles beat out gas-powered cars in emissions by far. And depending on where you're charging up, emission savings can be even greater. For example, charging my electric vehicle here in New York is more than 4 times more efficient and less greenhouse gas emissions than if I were to charge it up in, say, Indianapolis, all thanks to the hydropower and other renewables that this state uses. While the travel industry overall is working toward reducing greenhouse gas emissions, there are things that you can do as the traveler to make sure that your journey is just a little bit more sustainable.
Consider alternatives to flying if you can. Lower impact transport options like intercity buses or trains have a much lower impact on the planet. But if you have to fly, choose a lower emitting flight. You can find options for the same route on the same date, but that save carbon.
Look for flights that run on sustainable aviation fuels and have more direct flight paths. It's not just about changing the way you get there, but also how many trips you take. So consider taking fewer but longer trips. One way to do that, combine personal travel with a work trip.
There is a huge growing trend for blending leisure and work travel. In fact, it has a name. It's called Bleisure. The fewer, longer trips that we take rather than lots of short breaks really make a big difference to the overall impact that each of us has through the course of a year.
At your destination, choose lodging that embraces sustainability practices. For example, what do they do to reduce plastic waste? And think locally by shopping at small businesses and neighborhood restaurants, which can reduce your carbon footprint by cutting down on emissions from shipping.
I do think that sometimes it can feel daunting and overwhelming. I think focusing on where can I do half better? So a lot of what I try to do is how can I take a flight one way and a train back? Or how can I make a choice and do one fewer trips? Or how can I bring 2 trips together?
With this Climate Minute, I'm Ginger Zee.